Do, 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 do. Left of the box. Hello, welcome to Left of the Box. Bonjour, bienvenue. I'm Sandy. It has been quite the week for me this past week. I posted a video not too long ago just expressing some of the things that I was going through, some of the barriers that I was facing, and I was speaking from a very raw and honest place. To be honest with all of you, I really wasn't expecting that video to get much attention or to do much at all, other than maybe, allow other people to resonate, other people who've been through this sort of thing to also know that they're not alone with these feelings. The outpouring of support I got was a lot. And it's taken me a while to kind of process all of it. There's a whole mix of emotions going on. Some, I'm so thankful, but I also feel kind of guilty for it in a way. It's hard to explain. It feels like I don't deserve it. And so when I get this positive attention, it's hard for me to kind of understand how to process it. But I do appreciate it so much. The support and everything everyone is doing to help me. It really makes me aware what I'm trying to do here on this channel. It's not just for me. It's for people like me in my situation who live with poverty, mental health issues, disabilities, people who face an unjust system, people who aren't aware of what's really happening in Canada, and people who need to know what is happening here before it gets really difficult to change it. Right now, the way things are in Canada, it would be easy to change the system to the positive. But we keep on slipping more and more centrist, right-wing, capitalist. And the more that happens, the more difficult it will be to change. It will never be impossible to change, but it will become more difficult. This channel is really about what I usually say, get informed, get involved. It's about bringing awareness and encouraging people to get involved in their own way. Do what you can when you can. And so I appreciate all the people who did what they could when they could. My friend was able to come over and help with my tech issues, which I think they're working right now. It got really bad. I posted another video not too long ago, a little fun video about an acceptance speech from the Letter Hack Awards. That video took over 3 hours of testing, prepping, setting up. Again, for those of you who don't know, OBS is the system a lot of content creators use to record and live stream their videos. And on my main computer, the audio of it was all messed up, and I don't know why. Halfway through testing and setting up for that little video, the OBS on my old computer, my laptop, which I had been using, the video part of it then started messing up. So that little acceptance speech award video that is under 4 minutes took over 3 hours to set up. And then I had to record the video on my cell phone while recording the audio on my old laptop, and then bringing them onto my main system to, in the editing program, sync them up and play with it. Luckily, my friend was able to help me figure it out. I'd also like to thank the people who purchased items off my wish list. That was amazing. I got some colorful pop fidget spinners, which I absolutely love. The same people also got me this book, Against the Web, written by Michael Brooks. It got published right before he passed away. I haven't read a book in a long time. I used to be a very avid reader, but I really like horror. Fiction, horror, I love that. That's the genre that really gets me and can keep me engaged in the book. Books that aren't story narratives are usually harder for me to just sit down and get into. But on the weekend, I sat down on Saturday and I was able to get through the whole thing in one sitting. It's a very good book. I'm very tempted to make a video book report, a book report video about it, because there's lots of interesting things in there. There's even a bolded paragraph that he wanted to emphasize really strongly that he could have written yesterday and it still have so much significance for today. In the comments section, let me know if you're interested in a book report video, and I will reread it, make notes, and let you know in more detail what I think. And it's not just about what he wrote in the book. It's also, there's people who were involved with the book, people he spoke about, and just what's happened to them since that I find also very interesting. I'd also like to thank the person who got me my art painting easel and the painting kit with the paints and brushes. That just absolutely made me melt. Rediscovering my art was a pivotal moment in my life. The couple years ago when I rediscovered I could draw. And now I'm about to approach the spot of rediscovering if I can still paint, because I used to be able to paint way back when too. Over the next week, I'm going to try to send out an email or a message to my patrons with some images attached and let them vote on which image I'll use for my first reference photo for my first painting in a long, long time. These will all be photos I took, so let me know. It won't be quite like my drawings. My paintings weren't quite like photorealistic. They're a little bit more stylized. But I love to let my patrons pick which one will be my first attempt at painting. And right when I finished making this video, I wanted to go for my daily walk to kind of help me unwind from all of it. And as soon as I opened my door, there was another package waiting for me. It was the tripod from my wish list. So thank you so much to the person who sent me that. I really appreciate it, and it will really help out my setup a lot. I'd also like to thank the people who have just signed up for my Patreon. Having people invest in me means the world to me. It really helps. Every little bit helps. It's no joke. I really do mean it. You hear it said all the time, but you don't understand the impact of it. When you have so little to begin with, even $3 a month, that's something. It is. It can make the difference when you live with poverty. So a real thank you to everyone who did that. And a few people have also volunteered to help me with a webpage for my art. Hopefully I can get that up and going shortly, because once that's up and going, that business will most likely be able to bring me in income that will help keep me afloat. So again, just thank you so much to everyone who did this. I'm still processing it. It's harder for me to accept kindness than it is to accept vitriol. Also, to make things just a little bit easier on me, I'm going to start mixing up the type of segments I put out there. So I'll still do my kind of news reporting segments that a lot of people are used to, that take a lot of research and time, but I feel they're so important to get out there, so I'm never going to stop doing those. But I also want to start doing segments about, there'll be something that's usually thrown around, a phrase said towards people with disabilities or people living with poverty. Things like, why don't you just go get a job, or you shouldn't have a pet, or, you know, things like that I hear all the time. And I'll make those into about that segments where I kind of talk about that issue from the perspective of somebody who lives with poverty and disabilities. I'm also going to start making videos called, oh, that was autism. Because as I've been learning more about my autism and learning from people who have it, they say a way a lot of people actually figure out they have autism is from people telling their own stories. And when you can resonate with it down to your core, like they were pulling it from your life, then there's a good chance you also have autism. And that is actually how I was able to connect the dots. So I kind of want to put my experiences that I had as a child looking back on now, that I realized that was the autism. That was autism that was causing that issue, that problem, or why I didn't understand something. And so I want to start talking about those experiences, hopefully keeping these kind of shorter segments. But the about that and, oh, that was autism, they don't really require much in the way of research. So I should be able to have an easier time making these videos. And I'll be mixing that up with my regular news article related videos. And I was hoping to keep this video short, but I do tend to talk. And again, this isn't scripted, so I'm just I have some points that I've been going by. So I get really rambly when this happens, and I want to say thank you again. But the reason why I keep on wanting to say it is because it doesn't really express how grateful I am, how I'm feeling inside. So thank you. It means a lot to me. The kind messages, the support, all of it helps so much. So before I start getting too emotional, I'll bring this video to an end. I just wanted to get this out there and let you know that I do have a very interesting video planned in the next couple days to come out based on a tweet that I sent out that got a lot of it got the most conversation out of all my tweets. And so I'll be posting a video about that shortly. Again, thank you. I don't know what to do. Okay, end this. Okay, cut. I don't know. I don't have an editor. That's me. Anyway, I know how I can finish this. Salut, à la prochaine. Thank you for watching and stay tuned. I'm Sandy, wishing your tomorrow is better than your today.